Shalom, family, shalom, shalom. This your brother Yahya, and just coming to the family with another lesson. I know I haven't done one in a while, and just my mind has been occupied with so many things, and just really being to myself, and my thoughts, and it's a lot, which is needed, man. There's just too much in this world, this wicked kingdom, man. And the evilness and the wickedness is ramping up, and because it's supposed to. Because the enemy knows that they have but a short time here. They know. And they trying their best to hold on to this kingdom because they don't want to give up this kingdom, this rulership that they know must fall. They don't want to give it up. But they have no choice. But as the scripture says, roughly paraphrasing, the wicked shall do wickedly, because that's all they know. They don't know how to do good. They can't. They were created for that reason. Okay, so it's what we're seeing is a manifestation of the wicked continuously, right? Continuously, because the scripture says that there's nothing new under the sun, which means that's so broad. That's broad, okay? And so we know that the wicked shall do wickedly, because that's what they've been doing since the beginning. And so we, as the Most High's children, have to stay humble, have to strive, have to speak when we need to speak, and be silent when we need to be silent. And sometimes being silent may be weeks, maybe months. You never know how long that is. You just never know what the situation is, man. Just to be to yourself, to your own thoughts, just to meditate and just watch, because some people, they speak a lot, and there's always something to say, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying is sometimes you got to sit back and not say nothing, man, and watch the Most High work. Watch things, right? We know that this kingdom was given into the hands of the wicked, right? Job 9:24. And they have ruled for so long in wickedness. They have lived deliciously for so long. They have corrupted the land and deceived the nations till this day. Look at where we are, man. They are proud. They believe that they cannot be destroyed, man, or brought low. And they shall fight unto the end, just as we must fight unto the end. Right? This is the battle. This is the spiritual battle. Soon to turn physical. Because we wrestle not with flesh and blood, but with principalities, with spiritual wickedness in high places. Right? That's why all the voting and the protests and all of these things that people want to do don't do nothing. It can't do nothing, because you can't fight wickedness with protest, with laws, right? This is their kingdom. They're just all the things that, I mean, they looking and laughing, because it means nothing. It changes nothing. It's not going to change their narrative of how they feel about our people, man. The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, the children of the Most High. It's not going to change how they feel about us by protesting, by voting, by using education. You cannot fight the demon and the devil like that. So we need to stop doing that. The Most High said, vengeance is his, he shall repay, then let him do it. But our people are so ignorant, man. And that's why the Most High said, our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because they continue in the same actions with no results. I mean, our people are still getting hung, man, on trees. So what's all the voting and protesting and all that back in the 60s? And what did it do? And they still doing it to this day. That's because you can't defeat that. You can't defeat wickedness and these demons, man, with protest, with laws, with pleading for them to stop doing what they're doing, man. It's nonsense. It's ignorant to even think that. But that's where our people are, man. Obadiah 1, 3-7. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though they exalt themselves as the eagle, right? So we know who we talking about. The eagle. Whose country and everything is represented by the eagle? Ours. And though they set them nest among the stars, right? Trying to be high and mighty, right? Space stations, satellites. That's their little love nest, right? Thence will I bring them down, saith the Lord. If these came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Will they not have stolen till they have had enough? No, because our oppressors, these heathen, these nations, man, have taken and leave nothing for us, and have left nothing for us. They're not going to leave nothing, no grapes, right? If it is, it's the scraps. We ain't gonna leave nothing good for y'all, right? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not have left some grapes? No. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? How? All the men of the confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat the bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. The wicked shall not understand. Because why? Because they're wicked, man. And it's not just America, man. It's everywhere that our people have been scattered. Okay? And been confederate against us. Opposition. So that's many. Okay? Psalms 83, 2-8. For lo, thy enemies have made a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. We are the hidden ones which we know. That's why these things are happening. The Most High said, you're going to know who my people are by the curses that have been put upon them. That's why they know that they have a short time. They know who we are, and their job is to continue, because they are the whooping stick of the Most High towards his people, because he scattered us, and this is where we are. They are the whooping stick, man. He said he was going to send a nation from far, a nation that you do not know. You're not going to know their language, and they're going to come and they're going to destroy you. So we understand where we are, but we also understand that they don't want to let go of this place because it's been given to them. It's been given to them, and they don't want to give it back. That's why they know they have a short time. It's been given to them. They know that it's been given to them, but they do not want to give it back. So they're going to fight tooth and nail to keep it, even though they know what the outcome is. I believe they know. They have said, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, the Ishmaelites, Moab, Hagarenes, Gebal, Ammon, Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. So, look at our enemies and how they are being aroused and stirred up right now. Pumped up, right? They think that, the more they provoke, the better it will be for them. Right? The better that it will be for them. But the curses are turning upon our enemies. And they don't see it because the wicked don't understand. Their own people are going against themselves. A house divided. Right? But then when things hit the fan, they still want to blame stuff on Jake. They still want to blame stuff on Israel. They still want to blame stuff on the Native Americans. They still want to blame it on us for their mistakes, because that's wicked, right? That's wicked. They shall do wickedly, as the scriptures say, you know? And we got to understand that witnesses, man, the time of the Gentiles is almost complete. It's almost complete. It's borderline done, man. And every day they're seeking to destroy not only themselves, but to lash out at us continuously, stirring up civil unrest, because they want that civil war, man. They want the civil war. And they're going to get it. The sedition among men, as the scriptures, they're going to get it. They're going to get it. But it ain't going to be good for them. It's already not turning out well for them. Even though they do these things, they pass these laws. We want to make America great. We want to do this. We want to do that. It's turning upon them the curses, man. As it will continue to do daily. The Most High is bringing forth his judgment daily. All right? They at each other's throat. And that's why, just sit back, relax, and watch. Right? Wait, watch, and pray. And watch our enemies destroy themselves. And prepare ourselves spiritually. Because we know the Most High said he was going to pick us up. He's not going to let us be here when all of this mess goes. We're going to see some stuff. We're going to witness some things, because he did say that only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. But he will make it a way of escape for us, which first is the scriptures, right? The light unto our feet. But physically it's going to be the transformation and the deliverance via chariots to be taken from all of this mess, man. So, Zechariah 11:5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they shall sell them, say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. See, they hold themselves not guilty for everything, man. Look at all of the shootings that's going on. You know what I mean? With certain people. I don't need to mention them names. You know, we know what's going on. But they don't want to hold themselves guilty. They don't want to blame themselves. They don't want to hold themselves guilty for all the trash and the things that they have done to this place, man. But what they will do is blame it on us. Let's take our frustrations out on our enemies, and that's what they do. They've always done that. It's a pattern. The wicked shall do wickedly. That's what they do. But the Most High is like, you know what? Okay, this enough of this, man. My people are waking up. We're almost, listen, it's time to pay, man. And he's doing that. He's doing that, man. They can't let this rulership go. They don't want to let it go. They don't. They're afraid of losing control. But it is not in their power. Because truthfully, they aren't in control of the big picture, man. It's the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua who is, man. And they've been given a timeline. A timeline was given unto them. And now the last bits of that sand in that hourglass is running low. It's running low. Daniel 2:21. And he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. That's why I said, these people, these elites, the whooping stick was set up to be what they are. By the Most High, to ultimately be destroyed by the Most High. And the thing about it is, it's not that hard to understand. He sets you up, he brings you down. Daniel 2:21. He changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. That's not just, he's not just talking, even though this is, I believe this here is talking about Israel. This is the Most High is in control of everything, man. This is not just talking about setting up kings of Israel and bringing them low. This is talking about every nation on this earth. Everything he's in control of. He sets you up, he takes you out. That's why all these dynasties and all these kingdoms, that's why they all fail. Rise and fall, destroyed, brought back. It's just continuous, right? This is the last one of there ever being a rulership over the Most High's people. This is it. This is the last one. This is it. That hourglass, that sand that's in the hourglass is running low, man. I mean, Nebuchadnezzar was king of Babylon, right? And Daniel interpreted his dream. Nebuchadnezzar, right? The Most High set up Nebuchadnezzar for that. He said, I mean, come on, man. The Most High is the puppet master, man. And that's why, that's the reason why the Most High said, Matthew 22:36-40. And the disciples asked him, he said, man, which is the greatest law in the commandments? Roughly paraphrasing. He said, love the Most High with all thy heart, mind, soul, and strength. Just that right there. That's greater than all. And then love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two hang all the law and the prophets. This hangs everything if you do this. Because I am your only way out, man. Me. And these nations who want to cleave unto the house of Israel, that's their only way. They have to cleave unto us. They have to recognize who we are, admit it, ask for forgiveness for their forefathers, and cleave unto the house of Israel. That's how they are freed, so to speak, to be delivered from the destruction that's going to happen on this place. The only way. So, I don't know. I mean, it's not that hard to understand, you know. It's just, you know. Let me get it. It's Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and yet choose Israel. Choose Israel for what? Have mercy on Jacob for what? Because of the promises that he made to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And choose Israel. Choose Israel for what? For glory, for rulership, for kingship. And he's going to set them in their own land. And the strangers, right? These other nations shall be joined with the house of Israel, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, which is the 12 tribes. They're going to cleave. That's their way out. And you can look up cleave, join to, right? Understanding why they are doing it. But they go to these churches thinking that they being saved, calling on JC, asking for forgiveness. Forgiveness of what? What are you asking forgiveness of? Cursing? Stealing? Fornication? I mean, what are you doing? Like, what are you actually doing? Because that ain't cleaving. That ain't recognizing your sins of your forefathers. Right? So, the Most High does not dwell in temples made with hands. All these idols, all these churches, set up all by the Catholic Church, through the Catholic Church. So, What are y'all actually doing? Right? He brought Israel low for disobeying his laws, statutes, and commandments. The law wasn't given to the whole world. It was given to Israel. So the Father had to send his Son to redeem Israel for salvation, to give back to them a second chance through the shedding of his blood, so that he can bring back the lost sheep who were scattered due to disobedience, so they can be saved. That's why the Most High say, I've not been sent but unto the lost tribes of Israel. Why? To save them from their sins. So why are everybody going to these churches asking for forgiveness of their sins when you're not a part of the house of Jacob? You're not a part of Israel. But yet they continue. And that's why the scriptures say, truly our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and I can't remember the other word. Basically, there is no profit. There has been no profit in the lies that has been given unto us, because we just been reliving it day after day after day, year after year, month after month, for hundreds of years, man. Lies. And we're conditioned to it. So this is what we do. Ignorant. But this is where we are, man. They don't want to let go of this kingdom. So, but it's too bad. So I hope this lesson was edifying. I hope I didn't ramble off too much, but much love to those who are willing to hear and understand. I hope this word was edifying, and I hope y'all have a blessed day, man. And continue to wait, watch, and pray, and strive to live rightly the best that you can until our deliverance. So all praise to the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Makakudash. Till next time I say, Shalom.